identify the victims and to try to piece together how this evil and sick terrorist managed to go undetected and carry out such an attack. Our own Steve Harrigan reports tonight from Orlando. Steve?
Megan, at this staging area outside the main trauma hospital, there's a lot of different groups of people. There are police and security officers. There's a lot of media. And there's a third group who are very easy to identify even from a distance. Those are people whose relatives either were shot and killed or are still missing. You can recognize them just by how they walk. They seem absolutely devastated. They're not openly sobbing, supporting each other and hugging each other. They just seem to stumble one step in front of the other. We have a different man here, a member of a third group. His son, Angel Colon, 26 years old, was shot by the killer 3 times in that nightclub, yet he's still alive. And speaking to Angel Colon Sr., we asked him, is he angry about what happened? And here's his answer.
Why did it happen? But then again, we have to know these things are going to happen no matter what in these kind of places.
Prayer is helping you get through this, is that correct?
Yes, it is. It's like I've been telling everybody, it's like last night I was thinking of my son and just had him on my mind, and then I had to wake up early in the morning just to pray, make a prayer and everything, and I say we have a big God that looks over our own family.
Now your son was shot 3 times, he's been through surgery, you've been in there and seen him. How is he doing?
He's doing very good. I give my thanks to God for that.
And you're thinking of the shooter as well. You're saying not to blame, not to be angry for the people who carry out terrorist, evil activities like this. That's your attitude.
Yes. We all have to get together, fight this kind of crime that's happening all around us. We're joining ourselves all together.
Thank you, Angel. His son shot 3 times, still survives. He thanks God. He says prayer is helping his family get through this. And he said he doesn't have any anger or blame toward the shooter. Megan, back to you.
Steve, thank you. ISIS was quick to claim responsibility for today's attack. And while we learned the shooter may have pledged allegiance to the terror army in a 911 call during the shooting, we're also learning that the FBI had this man on its radar as early as 2013. In fact, they had interviewed him multiple times. He had been in touch with a man alleged to be the first American homicide bomber in Syria. And his own father may have harbored some sympathies with the Taliban as well. Fox News Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge is live in our D.C. Bureau tonight with more. Catherine? Again, the official ISIS news service sent out a breaking news tweet that the shooter was an ISIS fighter. The Pentagon did not identify Omar Mateen by name, nor did ISIS told him to target the club. That said, the FBI's support for terrorism.
Alright, Jack Swagger, you're about to get fucked up. I respect you. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
160 others at the finish line. Earlier today, I spoke with the Republican chairman of the powerful Senate Intelligence Committee.
Got it.
This one has all the hallmarks of some type of direction from a terrorist organization.
Oh! Kick to the face.
This investigation, when we find the digital footprint that we
dragged him to the middle of the ring. Oh, that's disrespect.
I'm confident that in the next 42 to 72 hours we'll discover that.
There's a video tonight of federal agents searching the
oh my god, he's out.
In Port St. Lucie, Florida. Though earlier a law enforcement source told Fox News they had so far found no derogatory
throws him into the barricade.
This is standard practice, part of the investigation, to build up the suspect's network of contacts.
Oh my god. Oh, on the outside floor.
After making inflammatory comment that alarmed his co-workers.
That's about liability.
And the matter was closed. Again in 2014, he was interviewed because his contact
goes back outside with the fan that's holding the phone. Oh!
Who went on to become a suicide bomber for Al-Qaeda in Syria that same year. The FBI concluded the contact was minimal and no further action was taken. The chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee
puts on the barricade.
On the investigation, said the threat
drops us back to the barricade.
This is the event we've been warned about.
for quite some time. Quite honestly, we felt this would happen in Europe, and particularly France.
Oh, took his head off.
Very hopeful this would not happen in the United States, and unfortunately it did happen.
Alright, the first flips Ryan over.
That social media associated with ISIS has spiked. A spike in
reversal for Ryan.
scale they had never seen before, and at the very least,
Reversal for Jack.
on these murders. Catherine, thank you. You're welcome. Well, one of the gunman's co-workers will be with us in moments. Right here, a Kelly Powell exclusive. But first, we are joined by an eyewitness and survivor of last night's attack, who stayed on the scene after his escape from the nightclub. Luis Bourbano joins us live from one of the story from there. Luis, thank you so much for being with us tonight. What was the first indication you had last night at the club?
I'm good.
There was danger.
A lot of DJs don't really play songs. And
Oh man, my reversals. This is bad. Ow!
music or,
Fuck.
you know, horns or bullshit.
Ow, 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 ow.
Around 2 o'clock, we were catching on the cab, and
Ow, fuck.
was the part of the stats of the DJ, which was
Alright, it's gonna go for a pin. Yep. And not even a 1 count.
realizing it wasn't really so enhanced by the music. It was different.
Reverse for Ryan.
Past the 4th or 5th
Oh, with the left hand.
what was going on. And at that point,
Oh, punch in the gut.
it was all coming from
Oh, reverse for Jack.
like the people going down.
And after them,
Anyone injured inside
oh,
the club?
he's going for a submission. Oh, shit. Wait, I'm blue. Yeah, I'm blue. Okay.
Small room with a long bar, kind of good floor. They didn't have the back patio. The room that I was
Oh, backbreaking.
it was slightly darker because that's just the ambiance of the room. And I didn't feel at that point in time because the pace that was so
shit.
rapid. And it was incredibly in the middle of the night fast.
Reversal for Jack.
I remember hearing the
Come on, Reversal. Come on, Reversal. I really need you right now.
I think something's going on.
There we go.
Grabbing my best friend, we ducked down. And
Oh!
at that point, we had to slide. There was a break in the shots, about 10 seconds after a good 10 to 20 rounds at that point, and we had a moment where we looked at the exit door, a side exit door for employees, and we just booked slid.
Oh, Snake Eyes? Yep, Snake Eyes.
Back at our clothes. There must have been something going on because I had blood all over my clothes.
When you got outside of the nightclub, you saw a man who was lying there, right, on the ground.
It was dead. We had first pushed our way through the door, and it was a small alleyway in regards of a lot of people trying to get out, and it was really a lot of traffic. So me and this tall gentleman, we just had to
And he kicks out too.
push against to make sure it.
What does Ryan have to do to put this man?
It was getting closer.
Oh.
We just kept the door shut, tried getting everyone as much space and much time to get out. When I ran out, I dodged through a big hole.
And to a suplex.
A gentleman collapsed right in front of the club. And at that point, we were still hearing what was going on, but my focus was helping him out, just dragging him. Unbeknownst to me, his left forearm was split in 2. And then he also had a gash on his hip. And then I dragged him up a hill. An officer.
Drags Ryan to the center, flips him over, goes for the pin,
The officer
and not even a 1 count.
Comforted him and just said, "Hey, you're gonna be fine." He was controlled. He was calm. He was saying he was losing a lot of blood, and I was trying to distract him with his strong and what did we do? Little small talk like that. And then another gentleman was walking back and forth, screaming on the phone. He had a relative inside, and he didn't realize he had a bullet sticking out of his leg, out of his side, and it was about this big.
Oh god.
When I told him that, I took up my other shirt, I turned him
Oh!
around.
Ryan catches him in midair, goes for the pin. 1, 2. Jack Fire kicks out.
You saw the man walking. You saw him halfway out of his
Neck breaker.
And he's walking around and he doesn't even know what's happened.
Oh, Jack Fire reverses.
That I was talking to, he was saying broke his arm. He had no clue.
Oh, he put the sex fire.
It was a shock factor. It was on.
He's waiting for him to get up. Oh, whipping upper, whatever it's called. Oh, he's not even waiting now. He wants to end this now. Hey, pick up. Can he do it? Can he land it? Brainbuster!
Shut so that the shooter could not get out, but was there any concern that you might be keeping people fleeing the shooter from getting out?
It's all over.
Yeah, that was
And the winner is Ryan.
on my mind. There was banging. There was pushing up the door. I was on my
There was banging.
At that point in time, I just tried doing what I thought would be best at that moment. Because it was getting louder and getting closer. I looked to my left, there was a good 20 people piling on top of each other trying to make things out of a small closet.
Welcome back to the show. This is my guest tonight.
And
let's talk about Baron Corbin.
Nobody.
It seems like as a tag team, you two are not on the same page. Do you find that true?
You don't know what to do until that.
Yes, I do find that true, and I don't really care about him.
About getting trampled, in other words. So many people were coming into this small little corridor.
I didn't care about getting trampled. I wanted everyone to.
I hear what you're saying, but I have bigger things to deal with. Me and him, we're fine. I'll cross that road when it really goes.
Because panic and chaos was not allowing
Thanks for the time. Back to you.
So like holding that door, it was only about 10 seconds.
That's a sexy page.
I felt like there was enough time for people to make their way through, and then there was a gaping hole in the fence that someone punched it through, and people figured out another route. So
did you have any EMT training, you know, with the tourniquets and your shirts? I mean, it was just instinctual, you knew.
My mother had always told me to work in the medical field. She always told me what to do in that situation, and seeing things like that. I'm not, you know, I'm far from anything. I'm far from a hero, and someone had said that, and you know, you had said that earlier with me on the phone, and I please don't say that. I'm far from that. I don't feel like a hero. I don't feel like even a survivor. I just feel like,
now we got some VC.
A person who had to do what they had to do at that moment in time. There's more people that need to.
This takes SP, so move thief.
Shine a light on and praised and given credit for, and just blessed, and just all the prayers in the world. I didn't do anything. You know?
Luis, we're glad you're safe, and I'm sure those two gentlemen you helped are very glad as well. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you, Kevin.
Well, there's new information this evening about Omar Mateen, the shooter, the terrorist, some of which comes from a coworker who once worked with the Orlando gunman. Dan Gilroy describes Mateen as unhinged, unstable, and no stranger to racially biased comments. He joins me now by phone. Dan, thank you so much for being here with us. So you are an ex-cop, and you knew Mateen how? Where did you work together?
We worked together for Chief of Security at the TVA village.
Kill the breeze, I'm gonna rip that ass.
It's basically the gate security or the gate community.
Okay. And what
Oh, he's gonna attack me. That's very thoughtful of you.
Action is underway.
Where he didn't have he was always loud in person.
Whipping up out!
Female or a black person to come by.
Special moves. Beauty shot.
Repeating those words, I'm sure we can all guess what you're referring to. Can you give us any other specific examples of what he would say?
Well, I don't know. There was one.
Get that. 1, 2. Oh. What does Ryan have to do to put this man down? Oh, kick to the gut. Oh, so we see it. Oh, power bomb from the ground. Ground power bomb. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Unsavory tactics in that department. My kind of guy.
He spread it out. He prayed several times a day and chanted, and he was pretty devout Muslim.
Anything about gays?
A few times he mentioned.
Power bomb from the top. Oh my god.
There was people leaving with them quite often, so mostly women and black. Those were the people that were in front of us.
And did you know that he came under investigation by the FBI?
Yeah. He talked about it one time, and he said that somebody made a false complaint.
Oh, super kick. Tyler Breeze drags Ryan to the middle of the ring, pins him, but not having a 1 count.
Did you leave the company because of him?
Yeah.
And Tyler Breeze does not like that call.
Well, that in the company was moving from this position. It was toxic. It was started for the lack of a better word.
Oh, the beauty shot, the beauty shot. Can he pull the win? He pins Ryan in. 1. Oh, only a 1 count. Only a 1 count. Only a 1 count.
There's much more after the break.
Oh. He picks Ryan up.
Yeah. Okay, so we actually
Gets him in the hold. Oh shit.
What you're saying about this gunman and the mosque he attacked.
He was choking the life out of Ryan. But Ryan gets up. He gets up. He's feeling momentum. Elbow. Another elbow.
He's here to update us on thinking from Washington.
Oh, he drags him down.
When we come back.
Another hold. Oh my god, Tyler Breeze. You're getting fucking annoying.
When you made inflammatory comments to coworkers.
Oh my god. Oh. Ryan gets back up. 1, 2 elbows.
And I entered the kingdom with 2 failures.
And the backbreaker. Can he end it here, guys? What?
Thank you.
What?
That's why we're proactively advancing our develop strong authentication technology.
What, Mom?
Go beyond the password to
Whose plates already?
Well, together wouldn't it be great to go on a luxury vacation where everything's included?
Look out, can he land it? Flamebuster! Ryan gets up. He pins Tyler Breeze. Can he win? 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, Ryan wins. That's his 4th consecutive win. He's 4-2 in his NXT career.
Why are you guys texting Grandma?
Keep your family connected on the redesigned facade.
Please join me in welcoming my guest.
You've seen it all. Well, do I have a surprise?
Is there something you wanted to...
It's Red Lobster's new Lobster and Shrimp Summerfest with the lobster and shrimp you love.
Yeah.
So many new
You better be ready for a war. This map,
like
it's
a new
everything.
postal lobster and shrimp with a wood-grilled lobster tail, wild-caught red shrimp crusted with panko, and shrimp fresh off the grill and brushed with summer ale barbecue.
Look at the big guy right back that just left the WWE.
When a dish can wow you like this, Overboard's the only way to describe it. But hurry, this ends soon.
You'll do what it takes.
I'm ranked number 6 now.
Multivitamin do more for your immune health? Now, One A Day has the first multivitamin with probiotics to support the 70% of your immune system that's found in your digestive tract. New One A Day with probiotics. You're multi with more.
WWE superstars.
Of all the little tricks parents use to help fight cavities, one rises to the top. Act Kids Anti-Cavity Rinse. Kids love the taste, and it helps reduce cavities up to 40% for better checkups.
Upgrade our golf.
Kids love it. Cavities don't. Myra from Bumpy Skin
Oh, we
makes people
can't.
really self-conscious. Gold Bond Rough and Bumpy Skin Therapy.
That's too bad.
Smooth, softens rough skin. Reduces bumps 72%. I can wear whatever I want. It's liberating. Gold Bond Ultimate Lotion, Ultimate Skin. I'm so glad my gynecologist recommended it. Have the itching and irritation of feminine itch?
Cortisone
10 Feminine Itch Relief for that low has the strongest non-prescription itch medicine for fast, gentle, long-lasting relief. Cortisone 10, itch-free, worry-free. When I have a breakout from eczema, I feel like I'm not me anymore. I feel like I'm in a shell. Gold Bond Eczema Relief relieves 5 frustrating symptoms of eczema with 2 times the soothing oatmeal. I got my skin back. Gold Bond.
We're learning new details tonight about the gunman from the folks at the mosque where the terrorists worshipped regularly for more than 10 years. Now the leader of that mosque is speaking out, revealing the killer was there just 48 hours before the massacre inside of a crowded Orlando nightclub. Trace Gallagher live in our West Coast newsroom. Trace?
And Megan, a friend of Omar Mateen's who did not want to be identified says Mateen became much more religious in recent years and even made the
Here comes some saying, guys.
considered Islam's holiest site. And the imam at the Islamic Center of Fort Pierce confirmed to the Palm Beach Post that Mateen attended the mosque on a regular basis as recently as you say 2 days ago. The imam says Mateen would pray with his son and his father, and even his sisters were active volunteers. The imam says the mosque would never speak out against homosexuality, but would always speak out against extremism, saying they had hijacked our religion. He went on to say that Mateen never showed any indication that he would do something violent, but the imam's son felt differently, saying Mateen worked out a lot and seemed like an aggressive person. The son also said the news
ground power bomb. Under the jump,
First thing to do is hope that it's not a Muslim who did it. And then when I saw his name, I thought maybe it was someone else with the same name. Then I saw he's from Fort Pierce. The Fort Pierce Islamic Center condemned the attack, as did the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CARE, and several other Muslim organizations.
Oh my God.
As Americans,
why is it out of control? Why is it out of control? Why can't anybody stop him? But why? We was right back.
And the mosque where the shooter attended has increased security to reassure followers that they are safe.
Trace, thank you. Joining us now, Lieutenant Colonel Tony Schaefer, retired senior fellow at the London Center for Policy Research.
They both enter back in the ring.
Member of the Homeland Security Committee and Intelligence Committee. Good to see you both. Congressman, let me start with you on your reaction today to what we've seen, and what do you think we're going to do about it? No one was expecting.
Reversal from Ryan. Reversal from Sammy. And I'm out of the reversals.
This is similar to what happened in Boston when they investigated the Oru Tanaya brother, closed out that investigation. And my concern is do the FBI
I'm so screwed right now.
this investigation has been carried out? Because quite frankly,
Sammy's then drags Ryan to the middle of the ring, pins him. Not even a 1 count.
In Boston, the Boston police were never told about the Tanaya investigation.
That's a funny animation.
So I'm wondering,
took him, left him up over his shoulders, and power slam.
That's a good question, Colonel, because the intelligence actually seemed to have worked to some extent here.
Couple fists to the face.
But what happened after that, we need to look into.
Well, Peter, Congressman is completely right. Let's remember, we have 9 casualties.
For the love of God.
Officers fell over this because of something not working. The FBI's local programs to basically change information from the target. So that's one of the flaws.
Not even a 1 count.
But let's be real here. We didn't understand or recognize what happened in Europe sufficiently to understand. You need to look at patterns.
Why is Sami Zayn has the control of the match?
Not mess around. With that said, I believe because it's political correctness, they basically were told, back off nothing you see here. So what we're seeing here is a dumbing down of the FBI
German suplex.
policy. This was a policy failure.
Sami Zayn setting up.
To other people who became bombers, and I believe,
What the fuck?
based on my intelligence contacts, Megan, ISIS is here.
Why with the reversal?
To get him radicalized, and this is what they're looking for. They're looking for individuals like him who will volunteer to do the things that happen in Europe. So we have to be more vigilant.
Oh, knee to the face.
ISIS thriving overseas, Congressman, everyone says is an inspiration to these domestic terrorists. I mean, these terrorists who happen to be here domestically. It's an inspiration. They thrive on it, in the words of David French.
Megan, that's highly right. And the president, by having a handful of defense overseas, by always saying...
Sami Zayn's down. He hasn't moved ever since. Oh, knee to the face. Oh, just taunting now.
It puts our allies to lose faith, and it encourages people over here and around the world, ISIS supporters, that think these guys are the way to the future, that they are more powerful than they really are, and it's going to become reality.
Colonel, your thoughts?
Well, Peter's correct. I mean, look, I talked to senior members of the Pentagon. As much as they're doing as best they can with the plan they have, the policy is not global. We do not...
body slam. Alright, let's wait till we have left the stamina left. Alright, we can probably do it now.
very top. We don't have a global plan. We don't have a National Security Council working to
throw him into the corner.
We're doing things here and there. We're poking the
Oh my God!
something else happens. So
Using Sami Zayn's finisher on him. 1, 2. Oh, Sami Zayn kicked out.
Attacks during Ramadan. We have to recognize, accept their threats for what they are, and clearly they have the mechanism, they have the intent, and now they're having the volunteers come forward. They're being very much inspired by this. Their Twitter handles are going crazy. We have to take it for what it is.
Ramadan ends on July 5th.
That's right.
Oh, knee to the head.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for being here tonight.
Oh, Tiger Bomb for the win. 1. Oh, this will work out.
Folks who tried to make this attack about a different issue besides terrorism. And Ambassador John Bolton joins us next.
We pushed from Sami Zayn.
Did not say about today's attacks.
This is clearly an act of terrorism. It's sickening. It should make every American angry.
He's getting some breathing room. Enter the table. Slams his head on the table. Oh my God, he's making this personal. Oh, oh my God. Ryan went into the stand. And Sami Zayn takes advantage over that.
They fixing your windshield is a big hassle. Not with Safe Light. This family needed their windshield replaced. But their daughter was going to the zoo. So we said, if you need Safe Light to come to the zoo,
where you get himself counted out?
Only Safe Light.
No, he enters the ring.
In the U.S. with our exclusive mobile glass shop. And our one-of-a-kind true seal technology. Reliable bond.
Oh, we go for mine.
That's another Safe Light.
Oh, chokes him. Listen over his shoulders. Oh my God. Mario's right there.
See me.
Don't stare at me.
How much damage did that do?
Psoriasis is just something that I
Scream, putting pressure on his shoulder.
see me to know that I won't stop until I find what works.
Oh, and what's this? Oh my God. Oh, just a kick in the face. I don't know.
8 out of 10 people saw 75% skin clearance at 3 months, while the majority saw 90% clearance. Do not use if you are allergic to cystic tuberculosis and increased infections in lower
River Sniper! Oh, my God!
fever, sweats, chills. The vaccine implanted. If you have inflammatory
I think it's reverse. No, Brain Buster!
reactions may occur.
See me.
Their skin
And 1, 2, 3. Oh my!
Why do so many people love CLR for their toughest cleaning jobs?
Why does he have to put this man?
CLR's patented formula works quickly, no hard scrub, and it carries the EPA safer choice. Take it to satisfy customers.
You got out?
Does a great job with that line work. There's no cleaning like CLR.
Okay, I pressed reverse and nothing happened. So this game is fucking rigged. That's shit.
Now, you're
What the? There's no possible way.
You read the baby manuals. You baby-proof the house. Bought yourself a set SUV. You're totally ready for this. Right.
Whips. Whips. Oh, we whistle. Oh, we whistle for Ryan. Suplex.
Some breaking news now on the Orlando terror gunman is FoxNews.com. Law enforcement saying that
Ryan put him away.
Early this morning was a follower of a radical bank robbing Islamic cleric. We have not confirmed this.
Let's go for it. Oh my God.
Donald Trump made news meantime this evening when he put out a statement earlier saying we had to get tougher.
And he's just waiting for him. He's just wanting him to get up. Don't get up. We whistle.
Say the words radical Islam.
Oh my God.
Hillary Clinton after this attack.
Can Sami Zayn pull the win? No, he can't.
Race for the presidency. Now, U.S. Ambassador to the United
Oh, but remember, he still has his finisher.
Bush, John Bolton, Ambassador, good to see you. The president still did not.
And we pushed him for Sami Zayn.
Nor did Hillary Clinton say that today. They both said
we pushed him for Ryan.
What say you?
Well, it's not just a question of magic words. It's a question of understanding what lies behind this attack and so many others we've seen.
And he lets him go.
Ideology, a radical view of Islam that detests the American way of life and that is acted against it time and again. If you don't understand the nature of the ideology, you can't rally people behind opposing it. You can't win the war. You can't do the job effectively. In fact, the president believes there is a war with terrorism.
You say they're looking at it all wrong. This isn't like the Soviet spies who infiltrated and snuffed out.
Lifts him up and suplex. Oh my God.
It's not 50 years ago that there are terrorist cells that we should infiltrate and that there are agents running these terrorists and that they have communication.
Oh, my nigga got and kicks in the chest and another kick in the chest.
3 lives of the FBI. That's not the way it works. People introduce the internet.
Lifts him and stand up.
Have shown a mastery over this form of communication to persuade, to radicalize people, to mobilize them, to direct them. So there's a whole
Timothy's gonna win. 1, 2, 3. Oh my.
Worldwide terrorism, I think, impairs our ability to deal with this phenomenon. It's an irregular form of warfare.
Well, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Hope you enjoy.
You gotta get them overseas. We're
How
not defeating and destroying ISIS as he promised we would.
How do they not get in trouble?
Simply a few events here or there. This is part of a much larger ideological movement.
Then y'all get off your ass and we pull it.